Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Film Geek here, and I've got some allergies going on. So if I start sniffling and going like this and stuff, I apologize because I'm all congested. Anyway, I just finished watching the movie Music and Lyrics. It was on TBS, so I decided go ahead and watch it. After all, TBS is very funny. Music and Lyrics is not. However, in fact, Music and Lyrics sucked some serious balls. This movie was fucking terrible. Okay, I can't even describe just how terrible this movie really was, but I'm going to try. Gosh darn it. It stars Hugh Grant, who you might know. Let's see, what else has Hugh Grant done that you guys would know? American Dreams, which you probably never saw, the Bridget Jones Diaries movies, and the 2 Weeks Notice movie. He's probably best known for the Bridget Jones movies, at least recently. The guy, he's an okay actor. He's not great. He's not terrible. He's pretty good. But he is a terrible fucking singer, and in this movie he sings quite a lot. That should never happen. He should never ever take another role where he has to sing, because he just can't do it. This movie also stars Drew Barrymore, who plays the lyricist. She does the lyrics portion. And I've never been a fan of Drew Barrymore, ever. I can't think of a single performance that I thought she did well in. And then there's this girl, I gotta find her name. This girl who plays the part of Cora, who is like a mega pop star. Basically, what the story is this mega pop star named Cora, who's played by Haley Bennett, who also, she was also in Marley and Me. She was in The Haunting of Molly Hartley, and something called College that I haven't seen. Wow, I can't believe she's actually had more leads, because she was fucking awful. She was basically a attractive-looking piece of cardboard in this movie. But anyway, the story to this is that this current pop sensation named Cora hires Hugh Grant's character, who is a former pop star from the 80s. She hires him to write her newest song. And then he hires, pretty much accidentally, Drew Barrymore to write the lyrics for this, and hilarity ensues, as well as romance between the two characters. That's the story. That's what's supposed to be. This is a romantic comedy that just so happens to neither be romantic nor comedic, and it's also a movie about music and has lots of songs in it, but these songs are absolute dreck. Okay, the song that Drew Barrymore and Hugh Grant write together basically sounds like some really awful 80s ballad. The music is absolutely terrible. I was completely and totally expecting Cora's character to say that she wasn't going to use their song because it's just so bad. That would have actually made the movie better than it really turned out to be. Instead, it went the whole typical thing of the, oh, I love it, blah, 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 and then she goes and tries to change it. But then in the end, but it's, yeah. Do not see Music and Lyrics, not even on TBS. If you just happen to watch it with me, I apologize. If you haven't seen it yet, don't bother. Acting, terrible. Pretty much cardboard. The music it made me want to blow my eardrums out, because it was just so bad. It was pretty much torture to listen to. The story was, I'll give it credit, the story was kind of original until it got more than halfway through it. The cinematography was pretty typical. The production value sucked balls. This movie looked incredibly low budget. Like there were crowd scenes where there were like just a couple of people in the crowd, and I know that it was what they were kind of going for, and they actually wrote the script for the small crowds, but it just looked dinky as shit. Another thing that was also very cheap was the sound mixing. Normally, I've been on movie sets as a production assistant, and I can tell you how things work. When you have crowd scenes, you run the lines and everything with the actors, whoever's supposed to be talking, saying stuff, and everyone is just pantomiming that they're yelling and screaming and being loud. And then once they have all the lines, then they let the crowd be loud, and they kind of like mesh the two together. Well, this movie forgot the whole crowd portion of it. There were scenes in this movie where the crowd's like going wild and stuff, and making no sound at all while Hugh Grant is speaking and or singing. Yeah, that kind of made the production value even worse than it already was. It had the guy from Glee in it as a minor role, so that was kind of cool because I'm a fan of that show. But, yeah, this was no good. This movie sucked so much balls. On a scale of 0 to 5, I'm going to go ahead and give this movie a whopping 1 out of 5, and the only reason it's scoring that high was that the chick who plays Cora was pretty smoking hot, despite the fact that she couldn't act to save her soul. Do not see this movie. It's only a 1 out of 5. That might be the lowest score I've given any movie on these reviews, either here or on Movie Mob, so definitely don't want to see this movie. I almost turned it off, but I have never turned off a movie in my life, and I'm not about to start now, especially now that I have to report to you kind folks. But let's just say I was ready to turn it off by the first commercial break, because it was so bad to start with. It never got better. I'll admit I laughed 2 or 3 times, but it was more out of something that was so awkward in its attempt to be funny that it kind of made it funny. But I don't think that was really what the filmmaker was going for. This movie was a total stinker. Do not waste your time with music and lyrics.